Hey, Dr. Mike Ducey here. How are you, man? Fucked up. Been a little while since I did a video. I'm here at Powerhouse New Haven, world famous, wonderful Candyland of all gyms. You never know who you're going to bump into here. All kinds of famous guys. Big, not so big, shredded, not so shredded. Just yesterday I was working out and I was approached by a young guy and he said to me, "Are you Dr. Ducey?" And I'm always lent to pause when I hear that because I think in my head right away, who have I pissed off? But it turns out it was my good Facebook friend Igor Celzner here. I noticed he had an accent. And I said, "Igor, where's the accent from?" And he said, "Bosnia." I'm like, "Wow, how long have you been here?" 10 years. It turns out after 10 years he speaks English better than most people who were born here. He just bought a house, he's married, just had a newborn baby. He's getting ready for a show. It looks fantastic. He's competed before, and he also owns a nutrition company, Celzius Nutrition. And Igor, tell me how that name came about.
Yeah, so because my last name is Celzner, and I've been doing a lot of research trying to figure it out. What can I come up with that's actually really different, that stands out? So I was doing research on certain gods, and Zeus came across. So I'm like, if I combine Celzner with Zeus, it would be Celzius Nutrition, and then we put it on a piece of paper. I started saying it loud over and over and over, and it really got into my head, and that's how we came with the company, Celzius Nutrition.
That's interesting. Do you know how the name Mr. Olympia came about? Do you happen to know?
No.
Joe Weider was having dinner with Larry Scott, who won Mr. Olympia, who won Mr. Universe, and Larry Scott didn't know what to do after that, and so Weider was drinking Olympia beer. It was called Olympia beer. He says, "Let's have a show called Mr. Olympia." So I don't think you were drinking beer when you developed that name, did you?
No, I don't drink alcohol.
Good for you. I've never had a beer in my life.
No?
I've had other stuff, just not beer. But tell me, so you came, the interesting thing to me is, number one, you're a nice, personable guy, and we're in a place where people are maybe not always overly so. But you came, what was it like in Bosnia, and why'd you come here, and was it hard to come here?
Yes and no. Bosnia is, as you guys know, third world country. We had a civil war.
What does that mean, third world, when you say that?
Very poor country. There's not a lot of opportunity. There's no money. It doesn't matter if you go to school, go to college, you don't go to college. It's really hard to find a job.
So let me ask you, when people say they're poor here compared to there, they're not really so poor here, huh?
No, absolutely not. They're lazy.
Lazy, right,
Yeah,
right. I agree.
lazy.
Right. No, that's fine. You can say that.
Big difference. But what happens is we had a civil war in 1992 that actually destroyed the country completely. Completely destroyed the country.
And so you were only 10 years old.
11, yeah.
11 years old.
Yeah.
And so that destroyed the country.
Completely.
Yeah, I remember hearing about
With
that.
everything, yeah. So, I served the military, special forces back home. I got out of special forces, college degree, special forces, and I was doing construction.
In Bosnia,
Yeah,
you're not here.
yeah, exactly. Day in and day out, and I'm like, okay, am I going to do this for the rest of my life? Like, I'm better than this, I can do better than this. So I actually found an agency to apply to come here as a nanny. So
As
I
a
came,
what?
Nanny, live-in nanny.
Okay.
So that's how I came to US. I was a live-in nanny for 2 years, worked with the family in the area.
Didn't Vin Diesel play in a movie where he was a nanny?
Yes, they always made fun of me like that.
You just got to shave your head.
Yeah, exactly. But and yeah, I learned English. I worked for.
How do you learn English just like that? You just take a course?
No, yeah, I went to school. I took a course in English as a second language. But believe it or not, the biggest secret to learn English is to be a nanny, because you babysit kids that speak perfect English. And so you just learn from them. Wow. Every day, I babysit 3 boys, and I say, your homework every day is to correct me. The second I say something wrong, you have to correct me.
This was here?
Yes.
Where did you come when you came here? Did you come to Connecticut?
Darien.
Oh, Darien, okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
I stayed there for 2 years, and then from there is history.
Now, how about your family? Did they stay there, or do you have family there?
Yes, actually, that's a long story. So I was born and raised in Bosnia. My mom is originally from Serbia, so she moved to Serbia. Father is from Croatia, he went back to Croatia. So to sum this up, they met in Bosnia, made me 4 years. After they made me, they got divorced, they went their own ways. I stayed with my mom. That's pretty much it.
And you met your wife here?
Yes, and she's Bulgarian.
She's Bulgarian, wow.
Yes.
So is there any problems between Bulgaria and Bosnia? Are you guys okay?
No, actually we're very similar.
Because I know the Turks and Greeks have a lot of problems, although I
Yes.
know two of them got married and everything's fine. So
Yeah, no, we're fine.
you can sense that my geographical knowledge of the world is almost nil. I'm learning from you right now. But
That's good.
This is fantastic stuff. So you've been here, and how do you like America versus being where you were?
It's a whole different world. The one thing that really makes me really upset, people coming from other countries and then complaining, oh, this country sucks and this and that. Well, if it sucks, go back home. Why did you come?
Right.
So
why do you think they do that? Why do you think they react like that?
I don't know. People are never happy, no matter what.
Is that something?
No matter what.
Never happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy I'm here right now with you. I'm happy I
Me
woke
too.
up today.
Me too. And you know how I see this country? If you're really willing to work, you'll make it happen.
Well, you've done that, and that's why we're doing this today, because you just started this supplement company. What made you do that? Because obviously you hear all this stuff, you know, it's very crowded and flooded. I remember years ago there were maybe, when I started in bodybuilding in the 70s, there was Bob Hoffman, Joe Eater, maybe like 5 companies, that was it. Now there's, I don't know, hundreds, thousands.
Yeah, a lot of companies. Because the reason why I started this, I did bodybuilding, actually men's physique, for years, going back to 2011, 2012. And so every time I would use supplements when I was competing, such as a protein, pre-workout aminos, 3 months later, company gets sued for spiking protein, mislabeling protein, and we're talking about major mislabeling, meaning like you're claiming that your protein has 25 grams per serving, and the reality has only 11 grams, it's all fillers. So it's company after company, we're talking about big names, so I just got sick of it one day, and I started doing research on what needs to be done, what needs to be put in a product, how to make it. I started visiting manufacturing facilities and stuff like that, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a product that I wanna use every day, me,
that's key.
First.
So you would just visit these, you would just show up and visit and say, hey, can I look around?
Yeah, exactly. And then give them a call, and then we would negotiate about the price, and then I say, okay, you know what, it's not gonna work out. And the scary part is, I visited one of the manufacturing facilities that actually manufactures for 2 major, probably one of the largest companies in the US, supplement companies. They make their products. And the first response was, okay, well, how much money are you willing to spend per tub of protein? They don't care what's in it, what's on the nutrition label, how much money are you willing to spend per tub of protein?
That's what they asked me.
Yeah. And I said, our business is over. We have nothing to do.
Well, you know, math is important, and you have to make a profit, and there's a funny rule in Connecticut, when you go to pay your mortgage and your food, you need money, lots of it, but people, I don't think, understand that if you espouse and engender, and you're all about quality first, the money is just going to come anyhow. You understand that, obviously, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, how long has it been since you had the company?
We started it last year in May. The first products we received in December. So really, we started in January, about 8 months ago, 7 months ago.
I gotta congratulate you, man, because people, they don't understand. It's lonely.
It's very hard. Yeah. It's very hard. And you know, one thing that I really learned about it, that actually I just recently learned about it, which is mind-blowing, is everybody tells you, oh yeah, just started, I'll help you, I'll support you.
They don't.
That's when you truly see who your friends are and who are not. And unfortunately, 95% of the time, nobody's your friend.
You know, you can say, hey, I have an idea for such and such, would you buy this? Everybody says yes. Come back next day and say, hey, I have an idea for such and such, will you buy this? They all say yes. Well, I've got some in the car. Let me bring it in. You can buy it now. They all say no. So you've got to find the people who are. You know what you and I are looking for? Whether you know it or not, you're looking for the real thing. And that's very rare. Very rare. So remain real, because I sense that you're the real thing. Tell us about the contest coming up. You got a contest coming up?
Yes, October 7th. Actually, it's a national qualifier.
Is that this?
Yes.
Montanari show?
Yes.
Where's that held?
East Haven.
So what are your hopes as far as that going forward?
We'll see. I know that I will be in the best conditioning state that I've ever been in any competition I've done.
No matter what?
No matter what. Definitely the best shape that I've ever been in. And I'm 8 weeks out, I'm sitting at about 6% body fat. I didn't even start cutting yet.
Wow. How's your wife feel about it? She supports you, she doesn't mind?
100%.
She helps you with the food and all that?
100%.
Your temperament remains even? You're happy?
Now it does. So the first 2 shows I did, because I didn't know too much about it, and when you start cutting carbs, as you know, you all go delusional. I was freaking out, I was losing it, I got into a fight twice at the grocery store.
Wow.
I mean, it was pretty bad. And then you just start adjusting, you start learning what your body likes, what it doesn't like, what works, what doesn't work. And believe it or not, I started prep 6 weeks ago, and some people like to call it cheat meal, some people like to call it refeed meal, however you want to call it. I haven't had one yet.
Wow. You don't need it, you listen to your body.
Exactly.
I've got to thank Igor, because to me, he's what America is all about. He's a builder, he's a producer, not a consumer. And because of this, I have for him You know, let's see how this looks. Pop that on your head.
Man.
Because he does, you know, he puts the man in man the fuck up. Look at the camera there so that people can see. See now, automatically by putting that hat on, you just drop down to 4%. Never mind the 6% nonsense.
Oh, I like it.
Thanks,
Thank
Igor.
you.
Good luck to you, kid. Okay?
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll be back with the next one.